Anxiety is something we have all felt at some point, whether it's that tightness in your chest before a big event, a mind that won't stop racing when you're trying to fall asleep, or an overwhelming sense of dread for no clear reason. But what exactly is anxiety? And why does it have such a powerful grip on so many of us? At its core, anxiety is your body's natural response to a perceived danger or a threat. It's an ancient survival mechanism that has evolved over millions of years to keep you safe. When your body detects a potential threat, it triggers a cascade of psychological changes that prepare you to take immediate action, whether that's fleeing, fighting, or freezing in place. This instinctive reaction is often referred to as the fight, flight, or freeze response, and it is controlled by a small yet powerful part of your brain called the amygdala. Think of the amygdala as your body's alarm system. It's always on the lookout for anything that might be harmful. When it senses a threat, whether real or imagined, it sends signals to other parts of your brain to get your body ready for action. In the past, this might have been in response to a dangerous animal or another physical danger, but in today's world, the threat could be anything, like an upcoming presentation, a stressful deadline, or a difficult conversation. When the amygdala detects a threat, it triggers the release of adrenaline and cortisol, two stress hormones that prepare your body to either fight, run, or freeze. These hormones cause a number of changes in your body. Your heart rate increases, your muscles tighten, and your breathing speeds up to make sure you're ready to react. These changes were incredibly useful for our ancestors, who needed to react quickly to physical dangers in the environment. If they were faced with a wild animal or a dangerous situation, this fight or flight response helped them survive. But today, this same response can kick in even when the danger is not physical. For example, you might feel anxious before giving a speech or when you're worried about a stressful situation at work. In these cases, there's no real physical danger, but your body still reacts as if there is. This can leave you feeling on edge, with symptoms like a racing heart, shallow breathing, or tense muscles, often for no reason that makes sense to your logical mind. This is why anxiety can feel so overwhelming. Your body is trying to protect you, but the danger isn't real. So the response doesn't always match the situation. Understanding this natural reaction is important because it helps you recognize that anxiety is your body's way of keeping you safe. It's just that sometimes it gets triggered in situations where no action is needed. Once you realize this, you can start to manage your anxiety more effectively. So, how common is anxiety? Studies show that nearly 20% of adults experience an anxiety disorder each year, and many more experience symptoms of anxiety without ever receiving a formal diagnosis. It's not just in your head, it's a widespread issue that affects millions of people, often in silence. Anxiety doesn't always look the same for everyone. Some people experience generalized anxiety, where persistent worry clouds nearly every aspect of life. Others deal with social anxiety, where fear of judgment or rejection makes even simple interactions feel overwhelming. Panic attacks can occur for some, causing sudden and intense waves of fear, while others may experience phobias, which create specific, still debilitating fears. We will learn more about this in the next section, but here's what's important to understand. Anxiety isn't your fault. It's not a character flaw or a sign of weakness. It's a biological and emotional response to perceived challenges that your brain has learned over time. And just like it was learned, it can be unlearned or managed with the right tools. Understanding what anxiety is and why it happens is the first step in regaining control. By learning how this alarm system works, you'll begin to see that you have the ability to influence it. Anxiety might be a part of your life right now, but it doesn't have to define you. Let's move forward together, exploring what drives anxiety and how you can start to quiet it. In the next lesson, we'll begin to look at different triggers and how they formulate, because understanding those effects is a crucial step in developing the tools to manage them.